for them so far the past 2 games.
And that's usually counterproductive. Whenever you see draft in Season 17 that go full tempo, they get punished so hard. But here for Falcons, it's so counterintuitive, it's so weird that I think even Liquid don't like it.
Yeah, I think Liquid are just going up against a very annoying composition over and over again. And definitely, I can't believe there's a good chance we might just see something getting banned. Fredrin getting banned out
getting banned
in the first phase.
in 2026.
Because what the hell? He's so busted.
That's why I was saying through that game, it's like, it's weird because it felt weird the way that the game pace was going.
He's so busted for what he can do.
Yeah.
Not for what he does alone, but what he does to enable whatever the hell Falcons are onto right now.
And then you back that up also with the Atlas that we saw coming. It's a temporal breaker, which is why we saw Falcons also attempt this with their Padang takeout. Didn't work out so well. And we have to give this to Team Liquid Philippines. The first 2 games, we also did say, them holding on to the Fredrin, the Paquito they had, that was their flavor of controlling you while also being able to play the Stampede.
Yeah.
While Falcons just doubled down into controlling you. Defensive, counter punch, or we're the ones setting the tempo because we just have a lot of crowd control and it's too awkward to fight into us that you're just forced to lose the map.
And then what I like about this is you have 2 contrasted styles of play and approach to the game so far that we've seen throughout the series. The very aggressive, fast-paced, offensive lineups that we saw from TL the first couple games. And then you have, okay, how do we answer that? We get a better defense. We get more defensive stats locked in on our composition. And that's what it gives Team Falcons, especially that Fredrin pick.
Again, which is why I have to say, and this will be the last time I say it, it really feels like I'm seeing Onyx IB versus AP Bren in Rizal Memorial Coliseum late 2023.
And remember that time.
Here's the thing, it's not for everyone.
It's not for everyone.
If ever this is what prevails tonight, it's what's bringing us to Paris, then everybody be prepared to watch 20-minute games again.
Tergabung yang lupa like sama subscribe
What
nya.
is showcased
Ini
through the last 4 games
keempat
is the evolution of the Titans
antara
themselves. Like this
Falcon sama
is a story
TLPH.
within the story of what we're seeing.
Skor 2-2 dengan
See
masih
them go
imbang.
through like multiple eras of your gameplay as well.
That's how they've been good through the years.
Through the years. They have to, and that's why, you know, when you see the best teams at this point, at this stage, they're able to make these drastic changes from playstyle to playstyle throughout a series. And now that, you know, it's even out, like you guys mentioned, it's almost anyone's game. This one didn't reach the 20-minute mark. I almost thought it would, but that just a very strong, decisive fight there towards the end, and the way that they were able to go ahead and capitalize on the right targets, keep Marco alive, is what kept them from getting it stretched out too long. You know, you didn't get to that 20-minute mark. Team Liquid might have been able to do better if they got to that point, but it just never happened. And Team Falcons really, they worked on getting to that point throughout the series.
Allow me to present this, gentlemen. Did Liquid overcook in this draft? Did they enjoy the benefits of Flex in red a little too much?
Okay, for me personally, I don't think they overcooked because it makes sense, but I think they just weren't ready with how sharp the formation of Falcons would be to hold on.
And how hard they pivoted from there.
Yeah, how hard they pivoted from there.
Yeah, this is, you know, all the more why we're talking about how Team Falcons have adjusted against a lineup like this, a team like this, from doubt to domination, going into MPL Philippines Season 17. A lot of people share their thoughts on what potentially could happen to Team Liquid, and I think these stats alone throughout the season show you what we're talking about.
Might be the most dominant run a team has ever gone through in a regular season, going straight to the grand finals. But I'm not washing my hands here. You can check out the clips, look back at history. I wasn't one of the doubters.
Yeah.
Even with Cheeky, especially with Cheeky.
Yeah. I think there was just a lot of people that wanted to share their insights, not just with Team Liquid, but even like the likes of Onyx Philippines. Like that, there was a whole lot of talk about that too, you know, and right now, number 6 in early exit last season, soaring higher is the Team Falcons after a struggle of last season.
This, on the other hand, falls on the other side of the spectrum. I think all of the super fans, the whole MPL universe, we're looking at Falcons saying this might be their champion season.
We put them as up there as like one of the top 2 teams. Again, it was Team Liquid Philippines that they met at the very first playoff match last season, and they got eliminated. They lost 3-1 in the opening match of season 16. And if Haji ends up winning a championship with Falcons with this, he's not escaping the missing piece allegations. He's the perfect piece. He's got to find perfect teamwork to finish that picture.
The three-peat MPL Philippine champs never has been done. We had the back-to-back back in season 4 and season 5 with Sun Sparks. At that point, I was just a viewer, I was a fan. And I saw throughout that. And then, of course, you have season 7, season 8. Blacklist International. I remember these as well, the back-to-back. So it hasn't been done yet. There's a potential that if Team Liquid wins tonight, this championship, their third one, history is made.
Do you remember where you were, Enmar, on these fated days?
Season 7, I was in the panel with Moby. Season 8, we were on the desk with Rockhard.
Season 4, I was on desk with Rockhard.
Yeah.
And season 5, I think I was online panel during the pandemic.
That was pandemic, right? Because that's the first
Good
time that I
talking.
watched an online.
An all online production.
All online production. Because before that, I had stumbled upon it in the mall in season 1. And that was amazing. But let's go ahead and, before we head on to our next game, we have an interview with our host and a KOL out there. What's going on?
Tabla na ngayon ang Team Liquid Philippines and Team Falcons. Kaya naman, buhay na buhay pa rin ang
Eh, bahasa Tagalog. Gulo pala sa subscribe niya. Yang ngerti parang translate.
Ang mga bubuhay din sa community ng MLBB. Welcome to the Champions Arena, our MLBB Philippines KOLs. Pakilala nyo naman ang inyong mga sarili. Ikaw muna.
Ako nga pala, nag-iisang babait sa larangan ng MLBB. Ako po yun, si Papita. Ako po.
Ay, huwag ka naman kunwari. Hindi ka mabait.
May basher sa gilid.
Okay, next.
Kala ko binabash ako eh.
Hi guys, I'm Nana de Coco.
I am Lottie. I'm the only Korean.
Hi guys, I'm Lumi, content creator and streamer.
Hi guys, I'm Jake. Pinakamalakas mag-1v1 pero andito ako sa limahan, bakbakan na.
Ay,
Hi guys, I'm San Pedro po, the egoistic explainer of Chirac Squad. Hello po, ako po si Saint. Ako po ang Mr. Beast ng ML. Hi po, ako po si Three Pinks. Magaling po ako mag-rap. Lucky! Ano ba to?
Last but not the least, and China Ortina, guys, from Chirac Squad. And bago mahuli ang lahat, happy birthday kay Pabida! Okay, sabay-sabay tayo. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Pabida!
Thank you po. Happy birthday!
Pabida, bidang-bida ka today. At ramdam na ramdam mo, sure ako, ang pagmamahal ng MLBB fans sa'yo. So ano bang
Thank you po.
wish mo today?
Wish ko po, sana mag-rank up na ako. Ang hirap eh.
Ano bang rank mo ngayon?
Pa-epic na actually. Galing ako mythic.
Pabalik na. Oo, alam mo, nasa-stress nga si Shaira pag nag-RG kayo, pero sana mag-rank up ka na. Wish ko rin yan para sa birthday mo. Pabida, alam mo, pagkatapos itong MPL, feel ko magra-rank up kayo. Gayahin mo lang yung mga build ng pro players. At ngayon, si Lux naman. Gusto kong tanungin si Lux bilang lagi natin nakikita sa MPL Arena nung regular season. Now you're here in the Champions Arena. Kumusta ba ang vibe nyo dito?
Okay, ang na-vibe ko here is sobrang authentic. Kasi grabe, so, Grand Finals, oh my gosh. And guys, alam nyo namang Nick talaga yung sinasupport from the start. Pero since TLPH yung andito and TLPH din talaga yung una ng mga naging team kong sinusuportahan. TLPH tayo right now. At sabi ko yung guess ko at Akin.
Yes!
Oh my
Simula
gosh.
ng prediction.
Yes, actually yung prediction ko is 4-3.
In favor
Yeah,
of?
or yung TLPH, yung Falcon. Kasi grabe yung yung laban ng Falcon recently sa mga recent match. But the dominating is TLPH.
Okay.
What?
That's for Lux. So, tanungin din natin ang prediction ng ating mga KOLs. Sino ang mananalo sa inyo at anong score? Quick prediction lang.
O, sino daw?
TLPH yan, feeling ko.
Score.
4-2.
Okay.
Kaya yan.
Sino dito ang fan ng Team Falcons? Ayan.
Ako po, Falcon. Falcon
Anong
talaga
score?
ako. Since birth, Falcon.
Since birth. At it's nice to have you here sa Champions Arena. Ano ba ang mensahe nyo sa buong MLBB community sa patuloy na pagsuporta sa ating laro, Shaira?
Ako?
Yes!
Ang masasabi ko lang, guys, kung sinong manalo, congratulations!
Yes!
I love it! I love the energy and I can't wait kung magkatotoo nga yung prediction nila. Maya-maya lang, Odin. Pero sa tingin nyo, casters, ganito kaya ang mangyayari? Casters. And our on-ground panel, well, palag na to.
Pakiramdam ko hati-hati rin tayo ng mga palagay dito kasi nasa on-ground panel tayo this time with another guest na siya lang namang esports KOL of the season
Oo
natin.
naman! Grabe! Iba ka namin, Tix. KOL champion, isipin mo, ang daming KOL sa mundo. Kasama kami ni Bray, di ba nakadamay kami, pero ikaw ang the best. How does it feel?
Sobrang saya kasi kahit wala na ako sa pro team, supportahan pa rin ako ng mga nasa esports. And yun first naman ako kasi sinasama ko rin sila sa content. And sobrang thankful kasi pumapayag sila.
Oo. Guys, sana ay sinusubaybayan nyo ang hot news ni Ben Reeves.
Ang favorite kong ginagawa ni Bentix, yung parang pinapakita niya kung bakit mananalo sa game, di ba? So, ikaw ba ngayon parang napipil mo pa rin na pro pa rin yung outlook mo sa game?
Hindi, mga ano na lang. Ano ba tawag doon? Yung mga alaala na lang.
Alaala na lang. Basta na lang mo ito.
Hindi na ako sobrang updated kasi iba pa rin yung mga nag-i-scream. Mas maganda pa rin yung pwede lang maituro. Ako puro ano na lang, yung mga dati ko natutunan. And hanggat maaari, kung pasok pa naman sa meta, i-share ko yun.
O, tsaka lahat ng mga na-share mo, Bentix, ay nakatatak na po sa lahat ng mga naglalaro ata ng MLBB. Kaya naman, ang hirap-hirap na pong mag-RG ngayon. Gusto ko nga kumustahin yung mga bisita natin, sina DJY, di ba? Kung kumusta yung experience nila nung nag-RG sila dito.
Kasi ang mga natutunan nila, galing na rin dito kay Bentix. Ano nga ba ang mga, anong napansin mo pa lang ngayong season 17, Bentix? Kasi parang nag-evolve na yung mga teams. Tapos yung TL, tapos di ba sobrang lakas sila. Then Falcons nakakasabay. Bakit sa tingin mo sobrang lakas pa rin nila maglaro?
Siguro yung kung pauna nilang mag-adapt sa meta. Kasi kung makikita natin talagang every week nag-iiba. Yung pakito biglang lumabas ngayon. So, nagawa na agad ng solusyon. May nagpipik na ng esme. Pero ganun, pabilisan nilang makapag-adapt kasi mas hindi ka takot sumubok. Mas ikaw yung makaka-advance sa meta. And then, isa mo pa yung mga nangyayari ngayong series na kahit anong hero na, basta hindi na nalulugi sa side lane, coach, kasi nag-burst lord na sila para mawala yung pressure.
Pero bakit kaya sa tingin mo yung mga teams? Kasi isipin mo
Kita nunggu match kelima.
ang nilalaban natin hardly at suyo yung panic at saka
Gabung
Leopard.
mo pala
Tapos
sama sa
ngayong
script mo.
finals, Fred Rin,
Yan,
yung pinagagawa ng
ha?
dalawang team so far, parang kung tama ako, 4-0 ang Fred Rin ngayon.
Actually,
Diba?
parang pwede natin double check, pero so far, parang sino?
Oo, diba?
Sino may friend? Ano masasabi mo doon?
Bakit ganun?
Oo nga, feeling ko yung yung pinakalabanan na lang sa Lord na lang Talagang nire-raise na lahat nila sa Lord. So, kung sino yung pinakamalakas mag-retry pag may Lord, syempre isa doon yung Red Rin. Sila yung mas makakakuha ng advantage. At syempre, sama mo pa kung bakit gamit na gamit si Red Rin, lumalabas yung mga past XP natin na may iling mag-rotate. So, magandang partner na may sasalo ng tank na hindi kayang ibigay ng XP lane na Pakito and Benedetta.
Really good insights yan na nakuha natin kay Bentix. Pero silipin natin na mabilis highest GPM in a game this regular season. Sa 5 beses na nakita natin siya, isang tao lang.
Isang
Totoo ba
tao
to?
sa 5. Nung ginagawa niya yung unang record, tinalo niya yung kasunod na record. Tapos, dinikita niya ng sobra. Pati yung rank 1 sa kanya. Grabe naman to. 1,043 GPM. Para kay Garkisi. Ito, pwede mo maggawa ng video to, Bentix. Explain mo sa amin paano naabot yan. Kasi hirap kasi
Ya, dapuk juga.
in between. Pero gaano ba crucial na mabilis ka mag-level 15? Ano, then,
Ang daming advantage pag nag-15 ka agad. Siyempre, number 1 doon, possible luck item ka na. Di mo na kailangan masyadong kumuha ng mga farm. Pwede mo ibigay sa kampi mo. So, isa advantage. Mas makakapwesto ka. And siyempre, tataas yung damage ng retro mo. Kasi hindi ako nagkakamali.
tama.
And napakahalaga nun kasi invade meta tayo ngayon eh. Ang dami nag-i-invade. So, paano ka makakapag-level 15 agad?
Alrighty, welcome to the draft here. We're going to be jumping into Game 5. And this is great because either way, we're nearly there to the full series. This is what we wanted for the grand final. Team Falcons has figured something out, man.
Yep, and look at that. In 2026, Fredrin is now getting bad. First phase, blue side.
Does that mean the meta has shifted once again?
Yes,
Mid-series.
because of how these two gentlemen introduced the Fredrin in the first game of the series, they can't be mad. It's just,
And you know what's going to happen?
what?
The rest of the world is going to take note of what's happening here tonight.
Watch your ranked games and see how Fredrin becomes first pick again.
You're going to be like, what? This is not the throwback I wanted. But that's what we're getting.
Drats, the Filipinos are doing it again.
Let's see if Falcons will ban out either the Freya or the Juicin. I think they're okay with the Freya, but then with the Fredrin now gone, that puts weight on the trades of Atlas, Valen, Leomord. Harley and Suyo are both open right now.
Yeah, Harley Sue. What about the Jushin?
Yeah, the Juicin. I think Falcons opens the Harley Suyo trade, and then they consider banning out one of the mid laners, or... Yeah, it has to be a mid lane ban, it looks like.
Yomord is up 2. Who of the three, the prior big three, seems to be the least prio now?
I am a daughter of Northern Vale. I
This
swear
is
to
interesting.
protect it
Freya's actually going to be banned out? What do we...
This is
What do you
game
think on
5.
that?
This is game 5, so Liquid's choice to
Yeah.
be blue.
And it bodes well for Falcons again that they open the Harley Suyo trade. The Paquito is open. Oh, the Paquito is open.
Is it like that?
That...
Does that warrant the first pick, Makita?
Do it be like that?
Yeah.
I mean, we have seen first pick Paquito previously. Unless TLPH are worried that Falcons are prepared for it. It seems like Liquid's aggressive nature. It's just a really good pick. I think Falcons would want to consider it this time, picking up a Benedetta. Instead of trying to counter it with like picks like the Esmeralda and all that, just go blow for blow with it, pick up a Benedetta for you.
Gentlemen, the 2 other times it was a blue side first pick Paquito.
Yeah.
Onyx did it, they lose.
Oh.
That was game 2 and 4.
2 and 4. And then what was the response on the other side for that when they lost?
Esmeralda Suyo
Esmeralda Suyo,
and Kufra Eve.
Yeah, the Cooper was just out of like left field. That was kind of weird, but it ended up working. This answer right now is going to be the Guinevere. So the Falcons will go Guinevere. Next pick, Eve. So this is solid though. Solid choices for Team Falcons.
Very good. I think Liquid needs to consider just defaulting into the Claude. They most likely get the Claude, but I'd want to see them consider a Moskov. Even, yes, this early in the phase. And then you pick up your Junker alongside with it. So you're going to have to show. I think Leomord would be okay. Harley's fine too, but then you're already very offensive with the Harley Paquito.
Yeah.
I think Liquid have realized that they can't just go blow for blow. Claude, okay, Claude. Get the Leomord.
I think that's a sentiment for a lot of people that have been watching throughout the playoffs.
Or Claude Harley. So you're just so much more mobile.
Yeah.
If something goes sideways, you just get out of there.
As I was saying, it's like so greedy. So they hold off on their jungle pick. They pick up the Juicin. Marco pick for sure. Oh, doesn't need to be. It can be a flat pick, so that they don't run out of options for it. Are they just gonna Benedetta this early?
Benedetta or what? Do they want an Esmeralda?
I mean, it's only the Paquito right now you have to worry about are the shields. You're not really getting shields. There's a Claude on the other side. I think the Esmeralda might be too much of an overcook. Let's go Bene. Or Hilda.
Yeah, Hilda.
Yeah, Bene or
Safe.
Hilda would be good, yeah.
Hilda might be the safe choice. Just go ahead, pick that up. You can still flex it if you needed to. Not sure if that'll happen, but find out what Team Falcons want to do. They're going to go with the Esmeralda.
Which is likely a Purify Esmeralda.
Yeah,
Purify, yeah.
Without even seeing what's on 4-5 blue for Liquid.
Forces 4 sources of magic damage, so you need a physical roamer unless it's either just gonna be. No, I think they still get the Hillduster roam and then they pick Esmeralda and the EXP. They take away heroes such as like High Loss and Katot from Team Liquid Philippines.
It's been interesting to see the Khalid kind of slept on too, you know. Has been picked up throughout the series just yet. Could be something that we see here throughout this, and I wonder what Ben Things is thinking.
Former coach Tic Tac.
Yeah,
That Tic Tac right there.
Yeah. From the corner of my eye.
I believe he was also here. Was it day 3? Day 3. I think I remember seeing Coach Tic Tac here.
What is Mima Dars right now? Who is Mima Dars?
It's just outfit change after outfit change.
Every game?
I don't know if it's every game, but it's definitely a different outfit.
It looks like the red thing was like a cover.
Okay.
So maybe she just took that off.
Took that. Oh, good band right here, by the way. Respect.
Super Mars, though. Look at that smile.
Yeah.
Super Mars.
All right, Super Marco's pick going to be banned out. He's had twice now where this carry has been a problem for Team Liquid. So we've got the glimpses of respect and target bans going on both sides.
But Liquid can't take everything.
They can.
They choose if they give him the Moskov or the Harith.
Harith, yeah.
But they're going to want to give him the Harith because it's going to be magic overload.
Which is why I'm leaning a little bit more towards the Moskov. If they want to play the really close, tight game,
Yeah.
I think it's warranted to consider a Bruno. Because you don't have burst outside of the Paquito. The Jushin will be forced to Crimson Beacon forward to try to take the Bruno out. You're going to need an assassin for Carl. And I think we might want to consider a Lancelot for Carl.
Man, they got a dance party going on. They got a dance party going on over there on Team Liquid side.
Right here at the caster's desk, too.
On the caster's desk, too. They got it going, man. They're hyped up. I don't know how it started. I don't know if is someone oh, they are dancing on Team Falcons, too.
Yeah, they are. It's just a dance-off. We're having a dance-off in the crowd.
Over the crowd, they got the mega horn over there.
Yeah, Moskov, they knew that they're willing to give the Harith because of the magic overload. Falcons needs to consider something like a Bruno. Maybe a Clint, even.
Yeah.
I think they get the roamer first, though. Just get a solid front. Either pick up the Gatot or High Loss. Unless they go for fast. No, they don't need to go pick off. You need a solid front. They just can't be the Esmeralda.
Solid front. Some of the options here are narrowed down. Galakacha still up in the choices here. A Hilda. What is going to be right now? The Suyo. Whoa. So Rome Gwyn. Rome Gwyn.
They swerve it.
I'm not even mad.
Yeah.
Because we're in dangerous grass.
Yeah, you get so many more vantage points to utilize the Gwyn.
Points of entry.
Yeah.
Easier. You're not as vulnerable.
Yeah.
Even if it is a full dive, you can kind of just disappear.
Not going to go Hilda. High Loss is too slow. Gatot so slow. Liquid might want to consider. And there's Paquito, so they need a solid front. Oh, Falcons, what a move.
Gentlemen, how crazy would it be if Marco went on a fighter?
If Marco did?
And they just bomb rushed Liquid. Because look at this lineup.
Claymore. Okay, they got the 2 horses. Mess with the Claymore and High Loss. No, yeah, you can't go Bruno anymore. You can't go. Clint might be okay. Harith is too much.
Yeah.
What if they go? What if they go YSS?
They go the YSS for gold? Or the Bruno. Does the Bruno still work in this?
Tough. Too tough.
Too tough.
I wouldn't go with Esmeralda. That would be overcooking. Don't do it, please. Please don't throw it onto Marco.
So they don't have basic attack. They can't go fighter gold.
Oh, they just go the Harith.
They just double down on the Harith. Ooh.
And then, I reckon they just throw us Piercer on a Kyle and they just go from there.
Yeah, it has to be a Sky Piercer Suyo. But what if all this magic damage is going to be too much for Liquid to handle? But we're dealing with a what if. The absolutes show Liquid, it looks good for them. And because it feels like a 50-50, San Juan Arena is erupting.
Oh, man.
Whoever wins is at match point. That is momentum through the roof.
Yeah.
You don't even understand how important it is to go to 3 points in the Clash of Titans.
It's down to a very pivotal game in this series. In the grand finals of this best of 7, the next team that wins this will be up to championship point. Will it be Team Liquid, who has lost 2 games now, against Team Falcons, who seem to have figured out the stampede?
Gentlemen, recall the last time that they did this, we literally extended the mall hours of Quill City Mall in Kuala Lumpur.
All right.
That went all the way and people could not leave their seats. They turned the AC off on them and they just said, no, let them finish.
When was this?
SBS
This
season
was
5.
2024.
2024
Yeah.
SBS. Oh.
Yeah, in Malaysia.
We stayed up till about 1 a.m.
1 a.m. Dang, man. This is a tense one. It looks like we are figuring things out on the side of Team Liquid, it looks like. So we're going to have to wait a few minutes here before we jump into the game. It's been pretty smooth throughout the evening. But it looks like we are, we're taking some time here.
Scuba. Joseph, have you jumped on the scuba craze?
I haven't, man.
Ryan.
The furthest I went was 6'7", and even then,
Scuba.
no,
Dude, it's fun. Try it.
I'm not doing it. Even in my head,
You're missing out.
I'm a grown man. Grown man, by the way. That's how I feel. You know, if I'm doing that.
You don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing.
I guess I'm growing old.
Hey man, you have your big goofy ducks.
No, I don't.
We see your stories, sir.
That's true.
We know you got Carl.
Hey, everybody's got something. You know, everyone has something that's keeping them young. I'm sure you can look at that because, guys, we can't be like the players right now jumping into game 5. We're done with our playing days, at least in Land of Dawn.
What I have is just undiagnosed.
Okay, all right. Let's take a look at the emblems.
Yeah, pretty standard across the board. Oh, let's look at that trade in mid. Pretty aggro. And this is something about playing the Gwyn roam. I mean, we had our very clear opinions about it, which was manipulated earlier in this playoffs. It's just so highly punishable that now it's paired up with an Esmeralda. It's Haji who's going to be saving the Roman trio.
And it's tough because, especially in a laning phase engagement like this, there's not much the Gwynplaine can do. She shines when it's fighting time.
And there's so much magic damage. It's the Gwyn and Suyo though are a great combo because it's a long stun if you get hit by the Blade Surge and of course her jump.
Yeah.
So
there's a good combo.
Yeah, you can see the combo, you can see the vision, and the question is just will it get to the point where magic damage is just too overwhelming, or Radiant Armors are going to be Falcon's biggest enemy? Kyle's game with the Suyo is important too. Oh, forcing out the Flicker and Sanford. That's a great start for Turtle 1.
Through the wall, too. 30 seconds till the Lord comes through.
Yep. Once that turtle comes up, they'll go ahead and get things into position. A Flicker being down from Sanford is a great start for Team Falcons to at least secure this. We'll see how they set up around it. Carl's just going to go ahead and grab a camp real quick. Ogwyn about to hit that level 3. And this is one of the great things I will say about a Roam Guinevere, though, is like you don't have to be that level 4 to bring value to these early skirmishes, these early fights, right? You have enough with the jump, that spatial migration to set things up.
You do most of your thing.
Yeah.
Mako gets the hit on the Gold Crab. Dangerous grasp loading very well for the Suyo. Lots of angles. But Sanji, great zoning.
Okay.
In comes Sanji. Crimson Beacon. Knocks up Kyle. Kyle very low. Has the surge on through. Queller as well. And now Flap dancing to protect that back line. Retreat. And they knock up Ogwyn. RWM defensively used by Haji. Conti's already secured the Lord to win for Liquid.
That's what I call some big damn, and I don't know if Kyle was ready for it.
Turtle. Great combo there for Sansan. Sanji just brought Sanford
two great burst targets, and one of them being the opposing jungler. So Kyle needs to watch out for how he gets vision and how he positions himself around the Lords and Turtles, knowing that Sanji is fearless with using the Crimson Beacon as a means to set him up. Usually you'd see that as a defensive tool or something like that, but no. Sanji's on set you up, kill you mode, and he needs to play more through Ogwyn and Flap.
Yeah, for those of y'all who don't know, when Zushin pops a Crimson Beacon, you get instant stacks.
Yeah.
So people just all the more easily
Fly around.
instantly thrown around.
Yeah, that's one of the strengths here, especially when you hit that level 4. But so far, this has been the course. I would say the pace that we've seen set up in the past previous games, where it's a little bit slower, early on, instead of like game 1, game 2, where it would just come out swinging right away for TL. So they maintain a bit of a lead off of these little interactions across the map. But Team Falcons, now that you have a level 4 in Ogwyn, maybe they can look for setup potential. Oh, still a very slow-paced game. You see the effects of game 3 and 4 in this. They're really just playing around for the objectives. No one's... Oh, wait.
Oh, Flappier hit with the Law and Order. Used to back off. Had to purify. Glorious Pathway used up by JP already.
Yeah, Ogwyn wasn't able to knock up anyone because when the Glorious Pathway was brought down, that little bit of extra movement speed just meant that Ogwyn wouldn't be able to land the spatial migration. Unfortunate for him, I think him and Flap were looking for a bait-play combo type.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Flap in trouble once again. 40 has lethal intent. Flap dashes through, catches a shield, and there's not much of action for Falcons either.
It's quite scary how much damage Paquito can do. Oh, all right, he should be fine. They're going to trade it. They don't have to trade too much. This is going to be an objective second turtle in the hands of TL. Yeah, cross-map trades. Falcons know that maybe fighting the turtles are going to be a bit risky for them, so they're just getting the farm. They know it's important to get the Skypiercer on the Suyo. And here comes the first item for Carl Tizzi. It is the War Axe, while Haji gets his glowing wand. It's not going to be a Skypiercer rush. He full builds the Hunter Strike. Probably best to go ahead and build that anyway. He's been dealing with so much pressure towards him.
So 5 minutes in, Falcons haven't put anything on the board.
Yeah.
Are we afraid of them expiring? Is that the problem with this Magic-centric lineup?
Oh, well, the good thing is it's an Eve, and no matter how much of that Magic defense you build up, she will hurt. Yeah. And I think that's also the theory around this Harith. Falcons can play this game as long as they don't suffer any big losses. Again, their counter punch is really good. It's one of those ones where it's like you just wait. If you have to just kind of hold on, buckle in, and wait for the late game. Especially when Super Marco's online, then you have all the tools you need to go ahead and set team fights up in your favor. So Team Falcons seems to just be taking that route. Like, let's just kind of sit in, get to this point where we can, and it's TL trying to actually find these moments to potentially make something happen. Good take there. Wow. Teddy with the last hit. I think it was the Art of Thievery that got it.
Uh-oh. Flap here, refusing to purify up until the last moment. Has the falling Star Moon into a wall just to survive. Sandy knocks him up, but it still lives. Kyle instead gets fell by Carl Tizzi and served up a kill, a double over to Sanford. WM canceled here. Now Hodge has to flicker back. Cyclone Eye through as well, but JP will continue to pressure them. Ogwyn can't save him. Oh my lord, Hodge gets squished here. Not much that Guinevere can do, and Liquid aren't done.
Under the tier 2?
Another double for 40. That's why they call him the Apex Predator.
And the straw that breaks the camel's back, you were just waiting for that moment where everything snaps, and it snaps in favor of Team Liquid. Again, they have the lineup for it, and Sanford now has secured all 4 kills for Liquid in this game. Gentlemen, remember when we posed the question, should you not give the Paquito over to Sanford? I think that's been answered once again. Again, it was a priority pick. He's sitting on 4-0 now. He's already got that Hunter Strike, and you're seeing the way they play around it. I think that's why it's such a threat and why it is such a priority, because you're seeing how they're allowing Sanford. Let's see if he does something here. He's 1v3.
They're looking to shut him down. Quick knock up. All the ults thrown up, but here comes Sanji to save him. And the Stat duo quell the trio from the Falcons. Ogwyn here. Lantern Flare.
He's got a combo.
And Sanford knocks out Master
Here comes Carl and JP.
And they go in. Double horse combo. Haji gets taken down. and Kyle does not know what to do. Carl gets the double, and Flap follows through. Sanford 6-0-1. Marco don't know 1-0.
That ain't no horse, that's a Ducati.
It never fails them. The Hilos and the Leomore together just has a good history for Liquid. And maybe the slight overcook was the fact that the Suyo ended up just going into the jungle and there was a roam Guinevere. Call me a hater of the pick, but just for the role specifically. But let's see. If Falcons can make a comeback so far, though, it is all Liquid. Teddy's gold compared to Marco. He does have a 1,100 gold lead.
Here comes another glorious pathway. Nowhere for Oakland to go. Goes sideways and under goes Flap. Summon force. That does compromise Marco. Blazing duet to the face. Teddy gets a double.
Teddy wanted some of the action. He just got a great placement on the blazing duet. And so TL has brought it to this point, an 8,000 gold lead. Where did this come from?
Win after win. Massive 4 kills. They get towers out of that too. The fact that Super Marco couldn't get a big considerable win or lead against Teddy in the lane despite a few helps and rotations from Falcons because of how well Teddy was able to control the lane as well and keep himself alive. Yes, there's a lot of eyes on the Roman trio and the 4 horsemen. But Teddy's play in the lane was crucial for Liquid being at this point as well.
Oh, I feel you. I feel the crowd in here too, because
did someone pick a Hellcurt?
Yep, someone picking a Hellcurt here, playing with us. But right now, TL, easy take on the Lord. So they'll secure that. Team Falcons, they gotta just prep up and be ready. I was thinking buckle in for the series. Well, now, quickly, in a matter of a few minutes, 3-4 minutes, they're in their base buckling up. Let's see if they can make it happen. Haji picks up a Divine Glaive, but you're looking at the items. There's a massive disparity.
Glorious pathway slowing down. Falcons retreat. Carl Tizzi also calls in his Ducati, and that just opens up 40's push up top.
You got a Ducati. That's what Carl Tizzi's showing him right now on this Leomore. And so far, the synergy between having all this threat AoE. I'm talking about the Hylos. I'm talking about the Jushin. Even Teddy. They have free pickings in these team fights and around these spaces in the jungle and into the base. All shields are going to pop. Lord will make its way down the bot, getting ready to charge in. JP's already in the base.
RWM by Haji. Just swiping away at the Lord. Requiem. Put it in.
Teddy!
Teddy with a massive blazing duet. Taking down Kyle. Serving up a kill to 40. And now Flap falls in. That's a double. Mid lane tier 1 drops. 3 defenders left. Falcons are reeling as the Liquid slowly but surely take down Oakwood as well. Oakwood is holding on. Liquid at match point.
1 away from making history and solidifying themselves as the greatest, making it undeniable. 1 win away from the first ever 3-peat in FLPH history.
History is on the verge of being made here in the Champions Arena. Can feel it. It is full of Let's Go Liquid on one side, and on the other, the Falcons Nest is looking to see if Team Falcons can readjust the flight again, because this game, Game 5, was not theirs. They kept the pace from the first early game, but then boom, quickly was the work done by Team Liquid.
Sanford's Paquito here was massive. Of course, his link up with Sanji. As great as this was, a lot of the big turnaround highlights came through the San duo. Sanji and Sanford together, and I wouldn't be surprised if one of those names is going to be the MVP. Oh, we know it's the Paquito. We know it's the Paquito, guys.
We know it's the Paquito. It has to be. Again, you can't give this guy the Paquito for the next game. There it is. We're all getting uppercut. Oh, whoa! He's flexing on him too! Man, what a performance. 8-0-2, Paquito, Sanford. I don't know. Oh, what else can we say about this? It was clean from the very start.
He was trying something else. He was on his way to a Rose Gold Meteor.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of innovation in the late game build for Sanford, but I can't even call it a late game build. It ended so quickly.
Well, Renmar did mention that it was a magic-based damage. Oh, we were almost in Harry Potter land, right? But he basically, he went Hunter Strike first, he finished his boots, and then he went the wings. And that was like enough.
My goodness. I mean, this game could have gone either way. It's just that, yeah, I think that first turtle was misplayed there by Kyle and Falcons. Because Liquid already had the information that Kyle was holding the bush right behind the turtle pit. Because when the turtle first spawned, he used his evil queller to just poke JP down. And he never really left that. He would just either go there, go to the bush beside the beetle, and then go back. So it was an easy read for Sanji to just use the Crimson Beacon forward, and then Sanford coming in from the lane. As good as the Esmeralda is, of course, with the idea of getting a shield, that raw hard crowd control isn't there outside of the Falling Star Moon. And even if you get that in, it's not that long of a stun. You need to be follow-up right away. But since it's the Suyo that got jumped on, again, this is why I'm very iffy on the Guinevere pick. It's so conditional. To do this, you need this to succeed. For that to succeed, though, there needs to have been a step that you took beforehand, which is either getting vision or getting into the place first. Ogwyn was getting into the place first, but then just that link up with an Ogwyn, Flap, and Kyle in the first turtle, it hurt them in the long run. Because that's where the 2 kills from the Mojito came first.
Yeah, there was also just really good usage of the synergies that came to this lineup from Team Liquid, you know, and that's why, again, when we break down the drafts and we really look at it in a certain way, like the play style that comes from a draft, they knew their timings on it. It took them a little bit longer to initiate that or execute it, but once they did, they didn't stop.
And again, this is the importance of keeping the trio of the roamers that can pack healing or revitalize. We've said it so many times. Gatot, Hylos, Kalea. It really looked like the swerve onto the Guinevere hurt them in the long run. They should have just kept the Guinevere in the jungle.
Yep.
I know that they were looking for physical damage. They probably accepted the fact that they are not going to end up with enough physical damage because of their priority, again, on the Esmeralda. I think that Esmeralda definitely could have been something else as well. Because, yes, it steals the shield. Sure, it manages the Paquito, but it's just it.
This is insane, by the way. 10:48 game time on this one. We just went through like some distance games, right? We had a 20+ minute game, then we had a 16, almost 17 minute. This one, holy moly, 10:48. Remember the stat we had the other day about how many games were actually finished under the 12-minute mark, and it was 8 for Team Liquid? Like, that's just, that is the epitome of the Liquid Stampede we're seeing.
And that's why this was a non-starter for Falcons to begin with. The fact that with this lineup, they can't slow down Liquid. Look, between Ogwyn's pick, it's very all in. We either win or we just die. Between Flap, who can just jump in, or die. It just doesn't work. For Falcons to get one over Liquid, it has to be start, stop, slow down, we win.
Yeah.
That's just how you stop Liquid.
Well, you could even make an argument that an Atlas would have been better here. Still would have been good. Keep the Guinevere in the jungle. Make up an Atlas again.
And I'm wondering if that was just the method to the madness. Like, they actually want to put the Guinevere in the jungle, and then for some reason, it ended up swerving, right?
Yeah, again, which to me, I think the reason is they realized that they'd be lacking physical damage. So then they backed on the idea of a Piercer Psuyo or Psuyo. Was there no chance or room for them to consider picking up an assassin? Again, the Lancelot worked out for Liquid. So yes, it did experience a difficult comeback for it. They were able to make a comeback for it eventually.
Yeah.
Still, I think one of my biggest learnings in this playoffs is just don't pick Liquid. I'm sorry if I sound like a hater on the pick. It's just not for that role, and we're not in this meta.
In recent history, I think it's only won once. When Fanny was picked at the last moment for Omega, but we're far removed from that.
Yeah, it's so kind of crazy to think how fast the meta has shifted just in the playoffs alone, right? But even towards the end of the regular season to where we are now. Look at this, though. This is what hasn't changed. Well, maybe his names have changed because he's the man of many names. Sanford here, he's gone through a whole bunch of names. Apex Predator. Highest match win rate, 73%, 73.53%, 100-36 all-time MPL Philippines. CC Immune. This was the 4 times MPL Philippine champion, 2 times finals MVP, M4 world champion, MSC 2025 champion, finals MVP. Of course,
way too many.
There's just so many. I think, does he have more than these 2?
Yeah. But Apex Predator, Immune, Nuya, Raging Sanford,
King Bob, Dole.
Dole.
Like, what do we forgot some, but I think that's the point, you know? Raging Sanford, by the way, was just one of those
It's a
honest
happy
mistakes.
accident. Yeah, it's a happy accident.
Happy accident. You know, we were. Was that us on best?
A coinky dink. I was not there.
I think that was me and Redmar with her.
I love how it's an iconic figure in Philippine esports that ended up giving the name of CC Immune. Of course, a professional athlete from a different game title, but within the same genre as well.
Also innocently calling him CC Immune.
Yeah, also CC Immune. That's very funny.
He was playing Lapu Lapu.
Just one of those things again where the impact of Sanford, of course, throughout the history of Team Liquid, throughout his own career, you know, and if you really go into this like introduction of Sanford in the league and where he's been and everything he's accomplished with Team Liquid, it's amazing to look back and see all that, right? And it's very deserving that he has all these monikers, all these names, because he's just so damn good. And it's a big problem for Team Falcons. And right now we have to look at the COA, the consequences of actions. I think we've got flapped here at Team Falcons.
Bago kayo maging mag-teammate, anong impression mo kay Flap?
Impression ko sa kanya, masayahin. Tapos, at the same time, din siya. Parang, mabilis lang din siya ma-down.
Sa tingin nyo sa camera, lagi siyang masaya, pero sa mga di nakakita, meron din siyang parang soft side si Flap. May mga times na malungkot rin siya, gano'n. Tapos may mga times din talaga na, ayun, down yung tao. So, parang, kami naman yung mag